Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be, whenever you may be. I'm Adagio. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. So, last week I put out this video, which, when viewed, tends to insinuate something that I would say that it doesn't actually point out or prove or bear out well. So, based off of the thumbnail and based off of how I describe it, it would seem that in order to do this buried quest, buried treasure supply quest from the trader, all you have to do is find the point where it is the smallest number, dig straight down, and the treasure would be right there, and it was done and out, and you would pop out. Luckily, when I did do this, as I must caveat, or at least put in there, that it did say in the video that this was the first time I was testing it. And it just happened to actually play out well for me. So, yeah, I did it bad by not fully flushing out the hypothesis and testing it multiple times. I was just excited, and I thought I found something super really cool, and I really wanted to get it out there. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I was completely wrong. So, there are 2 points here which kind of need to be flushed out. Most of the people in the comments tend to say, oh, well, you know, that's just finding the center of the circle. That's really nothing said and done. I hadn't really tested that theory, hypothesis out much. So I was like, okay, well, let me test this out. What was the easiest way to do it? By plopping down square frames and finding the center where they intersect, removing all the rest, and then just roaming around the circle and seeing if it did, in fact, correlate with that. And yeah, they're right. I'm sorry. All you're literally doing is finding the center of the circle. So the lowest number on there to stay within bounds is the center of the circle. But, secondly, does that really take apart the hypothesis? Not entirely. So, I decided to do 100 digs with Buried Treasure Quest to see how the numbers played out, just to get a good idea. And the numbers, not bad. They were kind of all over the board. So how it really flushes out is that on a tier 1 quest, 10 out of the 34 times I did a tier 1 quest, literally you find the smallest number, you dig straight down, and it was either right below you or you didn't have to dig anymore. There were 0 extra blocks you had to dig once you hit that stone layer. 7 times was 1 additional block you had to dig out. 11 times was 2. And then at the most, 3 blocks 6 times. For a tier 2 quest, how this numbers broke down was 9 times the method worked. You dig straight down and it was right around there. That was 9 out of 33 times. 4 times it was 1 block, 11 times it was 2, 3 times it was 3 blocks, and then unfortunately 6 times it was 4 or more blocks. So kind of hurting a little bit on that. Tier 3 was where it really started to suffer. You did get lucky. I did strike gold 5 times when I dug down out of 33 times. 2 times it was with 1 block of the lowest number value. 1 time it was 2, 12 times it was 3, and then a whopping 13 times it was 4 or more blocks. So, how does this break down, and what does this mean for the whole find the lowest number, find the center of the circle, essentially, dig down, and, you know, find the treasure as a method of viability? It's not bad. It's not as flawless or as perfect as the first video insinuated, and I'm sorry for that. I really should have tested it out more. Yeah, my bad. I was just excited, so I'm sorry. But essentially how it breaks down, if you want to employ this method, definitely give yourself a way out, by the way, because if you're not able to jump frames, nerd pole really well, there's a good chance zombies will follow you down the hole and you'll die. So, you know, within the tier 1 and tier 2 buried treasure quest, I would say it's a viable method. You find the lowest number, dig down, and it's going to be within 0 to 1 blocks a good 30% of the time. So I would say, yeah, that's pretty good. It's a good method. Does it bear out or flesh out well as it proceeds? No. Tier 3s, I would not necessarily say this is a viable method for Tier 3s. Unfortunately, I did find out during this testing that Tier 4 and Tier 5 just don't exist. That was not something I was aware of. I'm not too surprised, as I don't ever remember doing a Tier 3 or Tier 4 or Tier 5 buried treasure or buried supply quest, but I just wanted to see if that bared out. So ultimately, as a method, the best viable or the best possible usage of this method would be to dig down to the stone, maybe even one more, because then it would be straight at eye level. Dig down to there and then dig around 1 block. Hopefully you'll find it. 2 blocks, if you don't, should usually be within that range. Unfortunately, it is not foolproof. It's not a flawless method, but it's an idea. And honestly, if you could think of a better method, please put it in the comments. I will definitely look into it. I'll review it. I'll give it a test and see if it's a more viable option. Because at the moment, we're kind of just scratching our heads. It's not necessarily a terrible quest mentality or a quest ideology, but sometimes when I'm doing a buried treasure quest and it's about to be nighttime and I want to get it done, it's nice to get it done quick and easy. But either way, I feel like I've rambled on fairly decently enough. I do want to say that I did try this method on a treasure map, and it was way off. I did not test it out fully, so it is possible that it would potentially work in that method or that instance. But the one treasure map I did try, I found the center of the circle using the block method and dug down, and it was on the very edge of the circle. So maybe that's a method. Maybe for Tier 3 and the treasure maps, maybe dig around the outside of the map. But anyways, I'm going to continue using this method because it seems to be like the best place to just start. Treasures do tend to spawn near the center of the circle more often than not. But if you have a more viable method, like I said, please put it in the comments. I'll give it a test. I'll look at it, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, if you do enjoy any content or you find this of any use, definitely give me a follow, give me a like, give me a subscribe, follows for Twitch, which I actually do. So if you want to do that, catch me live at twitch.tv/adagio_andante. I do stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sometimes I miss thanks to the baby, but trying my best. But anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to be doing more of these tests on many different aspects of the game. So if you could think of anything that you'd like to see tested and fleshed out percentage-wise, put that in the comments as well, and I'll look into it. Anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure. I will see you on the next one.